Hello YouTubers, it's Brian Cope / Kayak Dippy. They're making another video. This will be a video you'll probably enjoy this time. But before we get started, I'm going to pack this up a Kayak Apple. Spitting in the Lipton peach iced tea in the bottle of it. Don't got that much left, and try to make it survive till next Monday. But that's a fairly good one. Now what I'm going to talk about today is the first time I got pulled over. The first time I got pulled over, I was driving a 2001 Pontiac Grand Prix. It was about a 4:45 in the afternoon. I was headed home from school to my buddy's home, and was on my way to take another buddy home. And we had a smart idea to take back roads all the way from school to my buddy's house. And taking the back roads out of that, we had to get off one dirt road, cross the highway, and get on another dirt road. Well, he came to the end of one dirt road, stopped at the stop sign, done everything that you were supposed to do. Two cops goes by. I'd get on the road for about 5 seconds just to get the dirt road and hit the next dirt road. And as soon as I turn on the dirt road, I see two cars right behind me. I'm two undercover cops. I ain't getting any speed limit, we ain't breaking it, we're getting about 45 down a dirt road. I don't know. He drove probably a mile down it. And right before he crossed the wooden bridge, they hit the blue lights. No, my car don't have no carpet in it at all. So all you see is the bare metal, every precision cut that they done. And I had the can of snuff in the upholstery. Yeah, electronic cigarette. And between the seats. And I had a 38 special pocket knife in the center console. And they pulled me over. They came to me and they asked asked me and my buddy to get out of the car. Swallowed some brains, but so he got out, and he asked me if anybody pulled me over. I told him no, and he told me he pulled me over for suspicious activity because I saw him. I got on the road and got right back off the road onto another dirt road. And it was considered suspicious activity, and my buddy wasn't wearing his seatbelt. But they didn't give me a ticket for the seatbelt, didn't give me a ticket for suspicious driving, and I gave him my insurance card, my ID, and right before I went to leave, he told us we could leave. And he was walking back to his car, and I looked all around the front of my car, or inside the car looking for my insurance card, couldn't find it nowhere. And my white self walked up to his cruiser and asked him if he had my insurance card, and told him no, he put it back in the glove box. He then got out of his cruiser again, walked into the car, while I searched the glove box, and we couldn't find my insurance card nowhere. But I was paying attention the whole time, and he had it. And he handed me my ID back and slipped my insurance card in his cargo pocket of his pants. So I knew looking in the car again with him was a waste of time. And when he went to leave, he started walking away. Why don't you check your cargo pocket? Because that's where you put my insurance card at. No, I told you where it was at. You just can't find it, or you're playing a trick on me, blah blah this, blah blah that. No sir. You can either reach in your pocket and get my insurance card out, or call your captain and tell him that you're holding people's insurance cards, trying to pull them over again for some lame ass excuse that won't even make any sense at all. And he continued to get back in his cruiser, so I walked to my car and got my cell phone out. I went to Google search, typed in the police department, the sheriff's department, and right before I asked to call, and I got the number and everything and dialed it. I looked at him holding the phone up, showed him that the number was ready to go through. Alright, I'm gonna ask you one last time. You hand me my insurance card before I get you in a lot more trouble, or get you in some trouble, or as your boss. I already told you I don't have your insurance card, but I will check anyways. He reached in there, or he got out of the cruiser, started patting himself, didn't feel it, so he reached in his pocket, pulled out my insurance card out of his own cargo pocket. And he wasn't bright at all. Not the smartest cop at all. Because if he actually knew the number to the sheriff's department, he would know that I messed up on one of the numbers. So So he was thinking I was going to actually call his captain, and maybe something simple that could have been avoided. But instead he wanted to be a dummy and act like he didn't have it. So I did get it back to me, and we left. We went up the road some, and turned around and decided we would take the highway back to see what they was really up to. As soon as we get back on the highway, I looked to the left. I noticed it's at the volunteer fire department, right down the road from the dirt road. Both of them sitting right there. Hold on. My dip's out of control tonight. Put it right there. No, I ended up getting way back there. But I think about a mile and a half up the road from on the blacktop, I noticed there's a black SUV about 2 football fields behind me, gaining a lot of speed, getting on my tail again. I kept glancing in the rearview mirror, and the closer I got, I saw the 2 lights in the grill, 2 blue lights. So my buddy got a bright idea that since they already pulled us over once, why not mess with them again? They said they would pull us over, and we got off the road onto his shoulder, slowed down, and he pulled up beside us and got nose to nose with us. And he rolled down his passenger window, my driver window was down. I looked at him and asked what was going on. Alright, so what you was doing? He basically pulled us over on the dirt road, now you're following us on a 2-lane blacktop for no reason at all. Speeding at that. I was only going 55, he was doing probably about 90 or 70, 80 miles an hour just to catch up with us. My car was an automatic. You know, shifted on the in between seats and all that. And I looked at him and grinned. And my hand was on the shifter, and this hand was on the bottom of the steering wheel. I put it in neutral. Revved my motor about 2-3 times. I looked at him and grinned, and he started shaking his head, and he gave me an evil glare. I looked at my buddy and smiled at him on it, and said, told him that we all got pulled over once, let's see what he's going to do when we do this. And I threw down and low and stomped the gas, throwing up gravel. I went through low, high, drive, and never drive. And before I knew it, we was going 90 miles an hour with him, with the cop right behind us again, still following us all the way. And we got about a football field away from the dirt road I was supposed to turn on. I slowed down and turned down it, and the cop turning right beside us, not behind us, beside us, and actually pulled in front of me where I couldn't go forward anymore. I actually had to slam on my brakes. And he got out of his car again for the third time. Walked up to my window and I looked at him and went, "Is it a problem, officer? I don't think I was doing anything illegal that I know of. But just a teenage boy wanting to have some fun with the law. Unlawful speeding. Is there unlawful speeding, racing a cop, and not using the turn signal when turning. Not using the proper turn signal when turning. Because I always turn to the right and I turn on my left blinker just to mess with him because he was still behind us. He meant to give me a ticket. And you know, you give me a ticket, I can fight this in court because first you played a trick on this by holding my insurance card till I try calling your captain. And now you're going to follow this again all the way to another dirt road, pull me over again when you was doing the same thing I was doing. You know, racing a civilian, but I was racing a cop. And you started writing. And then you give me that ticket and I'm just taking it to court. I ain't getting paid on none of that. And he handed me the ticket and I had to look at the file of it. And he wrote down everything that I done, and at the end he wrote, "Joke's on you, ha ha." I know the joke's actually on you. You know, I looked at him, took the ticket, and ripped it up in front of him, and he had just enough space so I could pull off to the right into the ditch and go past him without actually getting into the ditch. Each time I looked behind us, he wasn't nowhere to be seen. And I got to my buddy's house. The other cop was sitting right there waiting for us. Or not the other cop, but the captain of his captain was sitting there. I got out of the car and started talking to the captain about it. And the captain looked at me, or told me that next time I do it with any of his officers, if my car gets called in and he's at the office and it gets called in, that he's going to go ahead and tell him, "Don't worry about no tickets, go ahead and bring me in." Yeah. I laughed at him and the other deputy that showed up 5 minutes after we did. I told him about the officer holding my insurance the first time he pulled us over, and his captain actually laughed at him and told him that it's unlawful for the put insurance cards or license in your pocket unless if you're placing them under arrest. And that officer got suspended for a week without pay for tampering with civilians, racing civilians, and something else. But the reason I know this, he didn't wait to get into the office to tell him this. He told him right there at my buddy's house in front of everybody. My buddy's dad, mom, my buddy's brother, sister, all that. And then my buddy started laughing. I looked at him and I went, "You know, you failed to look in one place. That could have actually got me and my buddy in trouble if neither one of us owned up to who it belonged to." I walked back to the car, reached down into one of the precision cuts in the center console or floorboard, Cause in the floorboard there's a hole about that big in the center hump underneath the gear shifter. And there was actually a flask up against the wall that you couldn't feel unless you stuck your hand all the way in there about to where my elbow is. Hand and elbow length in there. And I looked at him, and you need to pay more attention when you search people than what you do, because you could have found this if you was lucky enough. His captain laughed at him about it. And told me that I had to pull it out, which I did, because I wasn't trying to get in no more trouble than I was already in, even though I wasn't in trouble, just messing with the law and all that. But I thought it was pretty funny to mess with the cop that just started. He was a rookie. The other officer that was with him and that first pulled us over was actually trained him, but didn't train him good enough. Well, one of them got suspended, the other one didn't. But I thought it was pretty funny that he got suspended. But that's it for this video. If y'all liked it, click thumbs up. If you didn't, it will. But Fine Coke / Tide Dipper signing out.